Hi all, welcome to my Liga Team of the Season Predictions video, and as you can see by the thumbnail we have 3 99 rated cards. I am genuinely expecting Messi to be 99 solely because they'll try to make this like his best version. I expect Ramos for the same reason, and even Benzema, if I'm honest. It's going to be this kind of team of the season, I feel, in La Liga's case. But if you can smash likes, always be much appreciated. Sub to the channel if you are new. Follow me on Twitter at GTheLegend. All links are down below for playlists and channel and social media links as always. And if you want to check the rest of the team of the seasons that we've done so far, we've tried to follow the FIFA 20 format. So this is our 5th team of the season prediction so far. Done Community, EFL, Premier League and Saudi. So La Liga starts off with Oblak 97 rated. Goalies should feel pretty academic, I feel, in the form of Oblak, Bunau and Courtois. If I was to say a 4th, then you'd go Ter Stegen, but as I said, Oblak, Courtois and Bunau should be the most viable. Defenders and mids, if I'm honest. There's bits of there's easily plenty of debate that you can put in this category. Main 3 defenders we have are Varane, Ramos and Alba. I feel all 3 should be pretty confident, like Ramos especially. Alba's been showing good form in the second half of the season, obviously shown by several special cards, and Varane obviously just seems to be very consistent these days for Real Madrid. So that's kind of my main 3 defenders. Midfield, as I said, definitely some debates. Kroos I'm going for. I know some people might even include Modric and may even go elsewhere. I feel Kroos is very hard to ignore. Now it is worth noting as well, he has a flashback, and what I would assume they will do, and they've done it previous, Ibra's the prime. I always refer back to Ibra when he had his flashback, and then he had a team of the season, the same FIFA, I think that was 19, I think, FIFA 19 if memory serves right, and people were like, never would happen, so like it was just +3, but I just went +4 in Kroos's case, just because I think they'll try and make it a bit more usable, not just usable but to separate from the flashback as it were, and also put him in 80+ club. I think that's kind of my thinking. I know Casemiro's stats probably don't reflect a 97 rated card. I would imagine they'll probably boost the stats up even more just to make him stand out even more, but Casemiro should be all. He's been very, very consistent and very impressive this season. Multiple special cards, and it is worth noting as well, they'll probably want to make it better than his freeze. I think the freeze has more pace, so that's kind of why they'll probably maybe take some of the strong points from his current special cards and so forth. Or Yazbal, been very, very impressive for Real Sociedad this season, has a player of the month to his name, and looks like could be a very appealing cheap option. I feel I would say cheap solely because like left mid, left wings aren't obviously, like, depending on what the stats are, usually if they're not the most appealing, people will just be like, oh, 95 rated for them. That's how they'll see it. Luis Suarez for me gets in, could be up there with his best versions yet, or depending how obviously they boost the stats obviously, but for me definitely deserves in from an Atletico view. Aspas for Celta Vigo, a couple of individual players have stood out this season, Aspas and Alito, definitely deserving of team of the seasons. I think this could be Aspas's best card as well. He is a player of the month as well, which is actually quite a fun little card. Then the 2 99s of Benzema and Messi. In Messi's case, I think what they'll hopefully do is, when they, because it's a +1, my theory is that they might go plus, say, like 3 or 4 on his stats, because he'll have like 99s automatically near enough on some card stats. They might try and boost elsewhere just to make the card even better than it is, but obviously time will tell. Subs and reserves, Courtois for second goalkeeper spot should be pretty academic. Vasquez mostly been playing right back this season for Real Madrid, which is quite interesting. Has a couple of informs to his name and could be a nice team this season, and especially if they were put the card near the A plus club for a right back. Just makes it a little bit more appealing. Then Llorente, obviously he's been playing a mix of centre mid and right mid, but centre mid is what I have him down for, and hopefully, as we've said, with all of the cards, it's easy enough to just boost them even more. You've got to remember it is like their best card. It's supposed to be their best cards at this stage of the game. We're just going like +7s, +8s generally on the card, just because of what the card is just now, because you don't know what they could boost them by. Same for De Jong, definitely has room I think to grow even more, especially because he always seems he's had a couple really amazing cards like Team of the Year, Team of the Year and Team of the Seasons, so see how that one progresses. Fekir obviously is a Team of the Year nominee, so separate that and make him even more usable. I feel Betis might get 1 or 2 Team of the Seasons, mainly their star players really, because of how they've played this season. João Felix should be pretty academic, playing one, showing what he's capable of for Atletico this season, leading the line with Suarez. Gerard Moreno just been model of consistency as per usual, pretty academic for a Team of the Season. Bunu, third goalkeeper spot, really shown to be very impressive goalie this season. Obviously he was at Girona, got relegated with them, but he came to Sevilla. Initially was the understudy to Vasilic, but kind of got the number 1 goalie to himself. Trippier's a bit of a debatable one. His spot could easily go elsewhere, but for when he has played, he's been a very important part of the Atletico defence. So that's kind of he's very hard to ignore in that reason, despite the 8-match ban that he was given. Canales just always seems to get in. He's like Parejo. He's like one of those players that might just get in, like being consistent in the goals and assist department. Obviously it depends where he happens or not. Same with Soler. He's kind of taken the Parejo mantle this season, and just a very consistent goal scoring and assist midfielder. He has 2 informs as well, worth noting, so he could be higher still, but see how that one progresses. And in Nesri as an inform and a player of the month, another player that was obviously bought from Leganés, and he has kind of been a key focal point of the Sevilla attack front three, as it were, like him, Suso, Campos, even like if De Jong gets in the mix as well and all that. But definitely a good looking 23 there. In terms of content, know that they could drop throughout the week. Could be a mixed bag. Rafa Mir de Frutos could be potential moments cards. For flashback, you're looking at David Silva and Griezmann. Griezmann even could sneak in as an outside Team of the Season card, just because they were like, oh, here we go. It's like how, like, he doesn't 100% deserve it, as it were, but we thought we'd just give him it anyway. And then for Team of the Season SBC, you've got Morales of Levante, Guy of Valencia, Nolito of Celta Vigo, Juan Jordan of Sevilla, Carrasco of Atletico, and Correa of Atletico. My main 3 that I feel most confident about, I would say that it would be David Silva, flashback, Nolito Team of the Season, maybe objective, and Carrasco SBC. That would be kind of my feeling. If they were to do, in terms of like where else they could go for like objectives, they could go Rafa Mir or De Frutos for objective, and easily the same for Jean Jordan or Correa, depending on how they want to go about it, obviously. But these are my 23 for the Team of the Season. Then the 3 obviously main content cards. As I said, we've mentioned all told about 35 players. There's probably easily say 5 or 7 more that could definitely merit a Team of the Season spot. So where it happens or not is a different matter. But let me know, folks, in the comments down below who you think could feature for a La Liga Team of the Season card, whether it be a moment, objective, SBC, main team, or even as a flashback within the Team of the Season as a whole. But hopefully you find it useful, folks. Smash like always, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, G's Legend. As I said, all links are down below as always, and I will catch you all later.